think about this. Now, me, in my personal opinion, it's like pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, though. Let's talk about some real facts. Sean Porter versus Errol Spence means more than Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia, but because it's Mexican versus Puerto Rican, and it is well known that Hispanics buy more pay-per-views than African Americans, is well known. They really support, and they're going to support Mikey Garcia for this. It's going to be unfortunate for Danny Garcia. He don't speak Spanish. I hope he got better. But that's the hard, truth and the facts. Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, years ago would have been a pay-per-view because there was no streaming around. It would have been something that we got to see that. We got to buy it. Not anymore. That appeal is just not there anymore. And it's a shame. But either way, the fight is supposed to be heading for free TV, like big time free TV. To put it, like they're going to put it around like football. Errol Spence versus Sean Porter is going to be big. I forgot to take Pastor Wilder down, but I'm going to leave him up there for inspiration. But the good thing about Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, is going to be close quarters. Mikey Garcia going to try to test himself because Danny Garcia is not a big of a mover and doesn't have the same or as good of an offensive repertoire as Errol Spence. But pay-per-view, it's like, Pac Broner January, right? Spence Garcia March, right? Pac versus Thurman, PBC on Fox in July. That's official. July the 20th, press tour for that's coming up. July the 20th. And then you're going to have Spence versus Danny Garcia on pay-per-view. Don't forget Crawford Khan. And then likely a pay-per-view for Deontay Wilder later on this year, probably December or so. And then remember Pacquiao's return. If he does return, win or lose, he can fight the winner of Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia. So these are all moves that are very, very PBC-ish, aren't they? Like, at this point in time, as long as I've been covering boxing, we see this shit coming from a mile away. But, like, Mikey Garcia versus Danny Garcia in that stable, especially when you've been hearing the way Mikey Garcia has been talking about, he wants to compete at 147. He wants to hold on to whatever he's holding on to, that emeritus status at 135. He's never going back down to 135. And then at 140... it's dominated by Pete. He gave up that 135-pound, that 140-pound title, and then now it's in the World Boxing Super Series, that IBF title, that 140, that he beat Sergey Limpinets for. And now 140 is dominated by the Zone, the World Boxing Super Series, and Top Rank. So you rest assured that Top Rank and the Zone, they have some type of pact where they're going to hold on to those belts at 140 pounds. So Mikey Garcia, it's like 135. They're like, you got to fight Luke Campbell. It's like you got Loma down there. 147 is where he's got to be. That's literally what it is. Come on, look at the politics. We've been covering the politics of this shit for so many years now. This is a PBC move. However, predictions. Danny Garcia's power is not to be fucked with. And yes, I'm from Philly, and I've got heat for years and years and years for just because I'm from Philly, we're supposed to just ride with all Philly fighters. Don't get me wrong. I give all Philly fighters proper coverage. I make sure they come on my platform, whether I interview Jesse Hart, Hank Lundy, Tevin Farmer be acting a little funny. Of course, Danny Garcia, Angel Garcia, always some classic shit. He the motherfucking man, and he's not fucking racist, you weirdos. Whoever I had Anthony Sparrow on here before. I've had pretty much all Philly. Eric Hunter. And I don't know what the fuck is up with him, man. But the point is, Danny Garcia can beat, if you, in close quarters, if Mikey Garcia tries to stay in the pocket with him, he going to get his shit pushed in. But however, we did see that Mikey got balls and he got a chin, in regards to, he was eating shots, but they were, not really clean. I don't want to start no shit, man. I don't want to start no shit. Sometimes y'all motherfuckers. But we're going to see. So far, the 147 pound, let's go look at it real quick. just to give you a little breakdown on what's going on. So you're going to have Sean Porter taking on Errol Spence, as we talked about, somewhere around football season. They're going to package it around that. Danny Garcia is now hinted to fight, rumored now to fight Mikey Garcia. Hashtag Garcia. So who can, when it comes to the hashtag, who's the A side? Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman on July the 20th. Terrence Crawford should now be expected to be in those talks with Kell Brook, but Terrence Crawford doesn't want to go to the UK. If it goes to I think he should. It'll be big fucking money if he goes. I think he should do it. But however, there's that issue of, well, if he goes to the UK, it'll be ESPN over here in the States. That's a guaranteed. But will they throw Eddie a bone and be like, all right, we'll give it to you on the zone? See, it's weird when it comes to that, but nah, I don't think so. It'll likely be ESPN and BT Sport over in the UK. Or what is Terrence Crawford's right? Like, how does it work with Terrence Crawford's rights over in the UK or in overseas territories? Whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And Igis Kavalauskas is the WBO mandatory, but he's still trying to get some traction. He's lost some momentum. Sergey Limpinets be talking greasy on Twitter, but I don't even know if that's him or not. They be running his Twitter. Jesse Vargas, he's at 154. He covets that 154-pound WBO title. We don't know where Ugas is going to be. Would you imagine if they match Ugas against Sergey Limpinets? Or you got Jose Zito Lopez out there who can get Limpinets or Ugas. Andre Berto, we don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's still around. Adrian Broner's out there blowing money. I hope he really put money away. Something tells me, I think he did. I think he put money away. Let's give the benefit of the doubt. He put some bread away. So you can live it up until you're like, all right, I got to slow down a little bit. So people are always giving boxers a lot of shit about what they be spending. It's some of that shit do be alarming when you get to know the fighters' personalities and shit through, interacting with them, seeing interviews and everything and their antics throughout the years. But at this point in time, all boxers, especially a guy like Adrian Broner, somebody had to be in his ear and say, put some shit away. For example, a guy like J. Rock Williams, you wouldn't think he's been getting a whole bunch of big paydays, not super paydays, but Al Heyman's been taking care of him. And guess what? He's got $1 million in properties, and that's the way it's supposed to be. People be too consumed with material shit, having new clothes and all. Let me tell you, I probably buy about maybe 4 pairs of footwear a year, maybe not even that. All my money goes into business. That's the way it's supposed to be. I got everything I'm supposed to have on my home, on my will, on But let go of the material things. People build some shit, build some wealth. Shout out to Pastor Wilder. I think I'll keep him around for the rest of the week. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.